Now, within the first 3 seconds of the video, you could understand that my point of making this video is not to make fun of anybody, nor is it meant to drag anybody's name through the mud. All this video is going to be is Underflow sharing his opinions and views on recent events that have happened with a certain TikToker, nothing more than that, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. So hello and welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video we have a very hot topic to discuss, someone that I've never covered on this channel before by the name of Worldoftshirts, or otherwise known as Josh. We're talking about Josh today because he's a well-known TikToker who is currently on a downward spiral. Joshua went from someone who was just an innocent kid making very innocent TikToks to someone who gets in dramas every other day or every other week on constant live streams that he does. Josh is someone who's been caught up in plenty of controversies in the past few years of him being on this app, one of the most well-known ones being when he stomped a dead fish and enjoyed and laughed about it. But today, I'm not here to talk about past dramas that Joshua has been caught up on. Today, I'm here to talk about two of the most recent dramas that Josh has gotten himself into, and some of them are rather sad when you look deeper into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is a drama that happened close to a week ago where Joshua, or Worldoftshirts, whatever you would like to call him, started up a Cameo. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the site or app Cameo, it's basically where celebrities will sign up and people will pay them to either say things that they want them to say or just send them a nice message for them. Within a few days of Joshua being on Cameo, he got a lot of requests, but they weren't the average requests that you would see from somebody on Cameo. It was just people telling him to say really stupid things so that they could get the video from him and then post it online. Some of the cameos that people would have him read a script off of would just be playful, harmless things that he would say about himself, like him wearing a diaper, and others were him saying very nasty racial slurs that he didn't know that he was saying. Joshua has claimed multiple times after this incident he didn't know what those racial slurs that he said in those videos that he made were meaning. He had no clue what he was saying, he was just saying it because he got paid. Now I'm going to show you guys some of the clips that he made on that Cameo site, and tell me what you guys think of this in the comments, whether you think he knew what some of that stuff meant or whether you think that he didn't know what it meant, because I know that there are a lot of very mixed feelings about the situation right now.
I don't really like when my nieces disobey me. When the poor disobey me, I whip them. I have a diaper full of poop on right now. I wear a diaper every day because I enjoy shitting myself. Michael Quinn wipes my poopy butt every evening.
Now, if you caught that at the end of the video where he said that Michael Quinn wipes his butt right there in that Cameo, Michael Quinn is an older person that Joshua will sometimes hang out with, and it seems like from the videos from what I have seen that Michael Quinn will sometimes enable Josh to do really stupid things and say stupid stuff. Now, Michael Quinn has been on camera saying to all the people who say I enable him, and he screams the F word at the camera on a live stream and stuff, it really does seem like Michael Quinn does enable him. From what I have seen and a lot of the stuff discussing Worldoftshirts, such as the Reddit community that there is, the comment sections on TikTok and YouTube videos, people always seem to want to bash on Michael Quinn. But today, we're not here to fully discuss Michael Quinn, we're only here to talk about the two most recent incidents that Joshua was a part of. But I want everybody to know to mark their calendars because sometime in the near future we are going to do a deep dive on Joshua and talk about a lot more things than I talked about in today's video, but we're going to move on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. So within the past 24 hours of this video being recorded, a crazy event happened with Joshua where he claims that he was jumped by 7 people, 2 of which are wearing ski masks, and that they tried to run him over. So in the video that I'm going to show you, Joshua runs up and kicks somebody's van. Not only does he do that, but I believe he throws something as well, and then once he does that, he starts a fight with 7 people in a van and then runs away while claiming victim. But I'm going to quit talking about it for a second, and I will let the videos that I'm going to show you speak for themselves.
For me, with their car, they... I got him. I was walking down 8th Avenue. 7 guys pulled up to me in a yellow van. They started punching me in the face. They started calling me every name in the book. They threatened to kill me. They even tried to run over me with their car. They missed me by just a few inches. I could have died or been paralyzed from the waist down. I can't do this anymore. I live paycheck to paycheck. I don't get paid enough for this shit. For 3 years, I've been assaulted, harassed. I've been peed on, shit thrown in my face, stalked on the street. I can't do this anymore. Quinn, if my mouth is wired shut, do something. Don't just sit there and harass me. Actually do something. He nearly ran me over with their car. I could have been paralyzed from the waist down or killed. Please. It was 7 guys driving a yellow van. 2 of them were wearing ski masks. Do something. Actually do something. I'm really pissed right now. My jaw hurts. I can't afford to go to the hospital again. It'll cost me $5,000. I barely have $1,000 in my account. Ow.
So the things that I ultimately want to say from this situation is that Joshua, you can't just run up to people's cars, kick and try to damage their property, and whenever they try to retaliate by, attacking you, you then run away and claim the victim card. Joshua, from what I read, does have autism, and I just purely believe after doing more research on him that he needs someone that can heavily guide him in the right direction. Joshua started off on TikTok as a really sweet and innocent kid, just looking to have a little bit of fun, and it turned into a very big downward spiral once he came to New York City. I just genuinely do believe that Joshua needs someone that he can look to as some type of father figure, brother figure that can help guide him in the right direction. Because in a lot of situations that I see, in a lot of videos that I see Joshua in, it's like 90% of the time he has a drink in his hand. Like, there is plenty of controversies that Joshua has got himself into prior to these two. For example, of when he stomped that fish, and while he was stomping that fish into the ground with its guts and stuff all flying off of it because he was stomping it so hard, people point out a lot in a lot of comment sections I've seen of Joshua covering the whole fish thing that he was canceled for. They point out that Joshua looked like and seemed to enjoy stomping that dead fish into the ground. He was laughing and stuff and just having so much fun with it. There's a lot of other controversies that he's been in where he claimed that he wanted to fight Daniel Larson and stuff like that whenever Daniel would come to New York City. Ultimately, they did not fight, thankfully. That's not the only type of stuff he's done, though. There's also been situations where he would jump into the Hudson River completely nude. There's also been a situation where a person on a train right before they got off, when they were arguing with Joshua for the entire ride of that train, would flip and tip his hat off of his head, where he would stand up and scream at the top of his lungs. The very first event that I saw of World of T-Shirts way back in the day was when he stomped the fish, and right after that video was leaked of someone recording him doing it, he made an apology video that he did take down shortly after about how they should just let it go and it doesn't matter because the fish is already dead. But the problem with it is the fact that he enjoyed it so much. The fact that he was laughing and looked like he had the time of his life. I'm going to quickly show you Joshua's initial apology for that fish, and then I'm going to talk a little about it, and then I'm going to show you 2 more clips of him after that fish incident.
Okay, so a lot of people are upset about a leaked video of me stomping on a fish. First of all, the fish was already dead. The person who recorded me without my permission. They didn't pay the Cameo, so they weren't even supposed to record me, but they posted it to set me up, so that they would have an excuse to try and cancel me. I did not kill anything. The fish was already dead.
Joshua, you were allowed to be filmed there because you were sitting in a public place. In a public place, there is no expectance of privacy. It's not like you stomped this fish in the privacy of your own home. You were on the side of a road, which is a public place. Secondly, I know there was rumors about people doxing him and stuff like that and getting him kicked out of motels due to him kicking and stomping on that fish, which I don't think is okay. I don't think that you should ever dox somebody or get people purposely kicked out of places that they're trying to stay at. But I also don't agree with those people who would sit there and say that, it was just a dead fish, it doesn't matter anyway. It does matter. It was the fact that he was enjoying doing so. That was the main problem with it all. Now I'm going to show you 2 clips that happened on a live stream shortly after that he apologized. I think it was maybe like a week after he apologized. He said these on a live stream, and he just basically took back everything he said, saying that he already said he was sorry and that he shouldn't get canceled anymore and he just doesn't care.
Yeah, tell people tell people to forget it. Tell people to man up and live with it. I made one little mistake. I apologize. That should be the end of it, right? Not according to these jerks. I was laughing because it was a dead fish, okay? And I apologized for smashing it. Why don't you just forget about it, you know? Stop hating on me. Stop trying to get me canceled. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Okay? I'm sorry. I sincerely apologize. Just end it. Can't you end it? I'm the only account that roams New York City on a consistent basis. You guys can't cancel me. I have a monopoly going on.
But as you've just seen in those clips, he believes that after one apology, it should just be completely over and people should just take that as it is and they should just let it go and man up. Joshua also believes that he is the king of New York City and that he just basically runs that place and he's the only person that will consistently post there. But as I said at the very start of this video is not meant to make fun of or destroy anybody's public name. I'm purely making this video for educational purposes and to cover situations that have happened in the past. And everybody watching should look forward to a much deeper dive into what we've talked about today, going much further back about what happened and trying to talk about a lot of much deeper stuff than what we talked about today. Just to reiterate one more time, don't send any hate to anybody talked about in today's video. It's purely just me covering some events and then giving my own input and feedback about what I think happened. This video was purely made for educational purposes and it is not meant in any way, shape, or form to slander anybody's name. I do not condone sending hate to anybody I ever talk about, so please let that sit into your head. I hope everybody that watched this video or is subscribed to me had a really good day or is going to have a really good night, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.